Well, good morning in there, out there, from in here, out here. Yes, a week later, a little more cheerful, not so sure why, just must be reading a lot of wonderful things about how important it is to not necessarily not believe in what happened, of course, but to make sure that you walk and be cheerful with others and things like that. Like with Vivi. Right, Viv? Boop, boop. Huh? You a good girl, aren't you? You been up and out? I woke up at 4 this morning. I couldn't get back to sleep. I bet you've had that, though. It was kind of fun stumbling around in the dark. Woo-wee, that was a slurp. That stuff's strong. What did I do?
Good.
Is it good?
Perfect.
Oh. Julie just says good and perfect. Yesterday it got all clogged up and overflowed, burned onto my hand. Poor me. So welcome to the Sentimentalists. Good morning. Hi, Mark. And look at this good girl. See how this one leg, I don't know if you can see, but it flows out, doesn't it? You get that one leg that goes out, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm so glad you're here. It's such a touching time with former great student Chris Dombrowski, who came all the way from Missoula, Montana, to do a reading with me at the college, which was just very kind of Susanna Childress, and to invite us and have us together because we were really close and have stayed close. And he's now the director of the whole creative writing department, University. Here, Viv. This will keep you. Get down. Get down. Down. All the way down. Snuggle down. Yeah. Yeah. He's the head of the whole shebang there at University of Missoula. Huge department of students, not many faculty. And he read two remarkable, sustained, long, gorgeous poems, and then two excerpts from his wonderful book, The River You Touch, which is a memoir. And it was, what stunned me was how he did it, because his oldest child, Luca, is in college in Bozeman at Montana State, and he's a brilliant music writer and visual artist. And Viv, I'm bribing you. I am bribing you. That's all I've got, because I know you want to go to that other couch. She has the other couch in the other room. She insists that's her place now, and so it's a little hard to keep her around here, isn't it? So I'm pretty sure you're going to leave. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. What was I saying? Oh, well, anyway, so Luca, the oldest son, is at Bozeman, and the book takes place with Luca's birth. Down, down, down. Isn't she amazing? Ready? Down. See how she then gets... I taught her that. It's oppositional training, and it's going to sweep the country. And just like, what was that guy's name on it? So, excuse me, down. He would say one command, the dog would do another, like, I need a slurp after this. It's rude behavior. Disgusting. So last night we had this reading, and the lights were too low, and neither one of us could barely make out the page as we were reading. Ready? Oh, bark. Okay, bark. You want to bark for the people? Wouldn't that be something? Here's my arm. Yes. Do you want to bark for the people? No. Okay. So to think, you're thinking back 18 years to do that. Well, you think that's going to get you anywhere? When you know what gets you somewhere. Boink is down. See, look at that. Turn to the right. Isn't that something? To do that command, turn to the right. Oh, she's looking at Julie now. You're stubborn, aren't you?
No, down.
Julie's giving the command. It's just amazing. Are you ready? Are you ready? Sit.
That's a good one.
That was very, very nice. Fine posture. Bottom leg in there like that. High five. Thank you. Good high five. Okay. Whew. And after this, out she goes. So I'm taking it slow. I have to be calmed. My children are disobeying me. I'm all out. Well, you might see the little scars up here. Yes. I was bringing a tree down, and it split. You know how that can happen? So the tree splits. The bottom half comes toward me, and the top half comes down. Yeah, that was a real Buster Keaton move there, I tell you. Jeez. And Chris and his parents were there last night. It was just very, very touching. And he wrote this and read this thing about his former old teacher. And it was, well, you don't know how to respond. You can't respond to something that just is so tender and sweet and kind. And I always think, I just get out of their way. They're so terrific. He's won all these awards, 3 collections of poems, a beautiful nonfiction book about finding the wonderful bonefish guide down in the Bahamas, and then the memoir of his family out in Missoula, scraping by. Oh, goodness. And he's a fishing guide, and big deal fishing guide. I mean, people from New York City who practice their casting in Central Park head out to Missoula just to have him be their guide. And writers, Jim Harrison. He's best buddies with David James Duncan, Rick Bass, Dan Gerber. Best buddies. I'm best buddies with Vivian. Jim Alice, David James. Wonderful. David wrote to me because the light, we could barely read, and it was funny. And then I was cripply up, and I had to hold the mic, and my book doesn't flatten open, so I'm trying to do it like and trying to peek over and find the words, and I don't have them memorized, so anyway, there you go. Vivi loves the woods. She's gone. She loves the woods, and it's interesting just how disobeying she is. And yet, if she's on her own, it's remarkable. She goes outside, 7 acres here of woods, and She has these routes she takes, and they're hers, and she doesn't bother anybody else's property, and she just wanders around and has a lot of good sniffs, and then shows up at the door. And for that, we'll have a slurp, right? Yeah, jeez. Meredith is gone. We miss her, but she's back in her own house and feeling good about that. And we're hoping that all goes well for her. Yeah. And school is so much better, even though they have things like one coming at another one with a pair of scissors. How's our time doing over there? We have enough time to read 5 minutes. I got no, can't come up. Almost. Oh boy. Yeah, but it was fun at Hope to tell the story of getting hired, because really it fit. It wasn't being a smart aleck. After, it was remarkable. There were an even number of faculty members, and they were split 50 on 1% on one side, 50% on the other side for me, against and for. So it was a tie. And there was no president of the college when I came. They were looking for one. And the dean sort of ran things, and he was a violinist. Moret, isn't that a great name? Moret. Who has that name? Anybody out there have that name? Let me know. Maury Ryder, R-Y-D-E-R. And he cast the what do you call it?
Deciding vote.
The deciding vote. And the whites, I was watching from outside, and the white smoke went up out of the chapel. No, wait a minute, that's Reformed tradition.
I don't think so.
Black smoke. Gray went up, and I was there ever since, and we're still here. And and then this college, you wouldn't believe. When I came, this wonderful man, Dirk Jellemont, took me around campus, English department, and he said, "Don't be looking at the buildings; they're just so terrible. It's what goes on inside that matters. And if you came to this school now, you'd just be stunned. There can't be a more incredible, architecture, etc., buildings. They have a little school, a small college, has an art museum, and it's high modern, it's gorgeous. And they have a music building that's like, what happened?
Hair got caught.
Huh?
Nothing.
Oh, Julie's hair got caught. I thought it was the end of everything there. There was such a look on her face. And they have a music building. How many stories high is that? 3 or 4?
At least, yeah. I think 3.
3 at least. All glass. It's like the Lincoln Center. You're walking down the street, you go, wait a minute, that's the Lincoln Center. Is it a copy? What is it? It's astonishing what they've done. So that was fun. And there were some people we knew, and then just these students who were so kind. They're so modest, and they're so smart. So modest, so smart. Well, that's a whole thing about being with Chris and being at Hope, and it's getting cold. I'm looking out, it's not even 40 degrees. So I thought I'd read a poem that's kind of an in-between seasons, because it's turning cold now. We're going to be wearing jackets, and it's that odd time now that's not quite brown, it's getting gray. So the poem's called The Worth of Waiting. Here in the time between snow and the bud of the rhododendron, we watch the robins, look into the gray, and narrow our view to the patches of wild grasses coming yellow. The pile of ashes in the fireplace, haphazard sticks on the paths and gardens, leaves tangled in the ivy and periwinkle lie in wait against our will. This drawing near of renewal of stems and blossoms, the hesitant return of the anarchy of mud and seed, says, not yet, to the blood's crawl. When the deer along the pond look back at us, we know again we've left them. We pull a blanket over us when we sleep. As if living in a prayer, we try to amen the late arrival of red, the stun of green, the muted yellow at the end of every twig. We will lift up our eyes under the trees, hoping to discover a gnarled nest within the branch's negative space. And we will watch for a fox sparrow rustling in the dead leaves underneath. Take care, be cheerful, try to be kind, slurp.